Hi, my name is Tom, and it looks like I'm the person that be showing you how to create 3D models with uh, a program that we use, or yeah, SketchUp 8. Um, why we want to show you SketchUp 8 is because it's very fast, it's intuitive, and it's easy to use. Um, you after using SketchUp 8 for a while, I found out that it works like pretty much like drawing on a flat piece of paper. You have your flat surface like so, and say you drew a square on it. It's pretty easy. You can draw shapes, and then from nowhere you have this ability to pull the shape up from the surface, uh, thus generating this model, which is a cube. And then you will go on and repeat the process a number of times, even allows you to draw another shape on the side of this box and pull that out, creating this protrusion, which eventually you can just make it into anything. So that's how pretty much SketchUp works at the very top level. So let's jump right into it. Nope. So when you start SketchUp, after you download and install it, when you first start SketchUp, you'll be greeted by this welcome screen. This welcome screen gives you a number of links. The very first one is the watch video tutorials, which actually takes you straight to the official SketchUp video, which I highly recommend. In fact, I was just refreshing myself by checking these out. So you want to click on new to SketchUp, and pretty much these first four videos will teach you a lot of things, but I'm gonna try and teach you very quickly, pretty much summarize of all these four videos. But I definitely recommend you checking them out later after this. There's video tutorials, tips and tricks, and all these neat links that takes you to pretty cool resource and help. So we'll just move on past that and go to our templates. These templates are pretty much what sets the scenes for you and determines the measuring system if you want. You can choose the feet and inches, the imperial system, or the metric system. We like to use the imperial system because we use the imperial system. So anyway, yeah, you can pick architectural design or simple template. Just for this, we can just use simple template and then just start using SketchUp. So when SketchUp opens, this is what you get. Pretty simple layout. You have your giant scene view here, your toolbars up here, your generic menus, and yeah, it looks pretty easy, right? So yeah, so first thing about SketchUp is, well, at least I consider the most important thing is to how to navigate throughout a scene. Um, so in SketchUp, you would imagine yourself looking through a camera. So this whole thing is a camera, right? You're looking through the lens of a camera. You, you'll perform an orbit, pan, and a zoom to navigate your way throughout. So the first thing will be orbit. Um, Pretty much orbit is you are revolving your camera around a focused area. So let's say we have this person, right? We can orbit around. You can either select the tool, which is up here, or an orbit shortcut is to hold the middle mouse button and just click and drag and rotate around. Um, Technically, you are rotating the camera around that object, but because you are the camera, it looks like you are rotating a scene. This doesn't really help because the person's always staring at you like a picture. So let me make a really quick model right here, just to showcase that. So here's an orbit, how it works. See, you're rotating the scene around the model. Look at that. Yeah. See, you can orbit the person to be in front of the model or orbit the person to be behind the model. So yeah, that's how you orbit. The next tool is pan. Pan is pretty much you can move the camera left, right, up, down, horizontally, vertically, however you want. Oh, I gotta select. So you can select pan and just click. Whoa, look at that! It's just strafing. So you can move it up anywhere you want. Um, this is pretty helpful when you think that you're running out of room in the scene, which is technically not true because you pretty much have an infinite amount of space. You just need to look that direction. A shortcut for pan is a middle mouse button and the shift button. So you have to hold shift and middle mouse, and then you can just go crazy. The last and not least is the zoom. Zoom is pretty cool. Zoom is, yeah, just what you expect. A magnifying glass. Zoom, you can select the tool. Just zoom in, zoom out. Shortcut. Shortcut for this is just the mouse wheel. You just scroll up or down. The neat thing about zoom is it's always zooming to the point where your cursor is at. So I say I want to zoom into this pointy corner of this model. I can just zoom in. See how it's always focused on that corner? If I move my cursor over here and look at this corner, it zooms into that corner and shows you how awesomely plain that corner is. One thing I noticed about this person here, this person is wearing a bracelet. So you can zoom in the bracelet, see if there's anything on that, which is nothing. And oh, look, this person's also married. So you can zoom into the ring. There's no outline for the ring, so yeah, it's pretty tricky. So that's your basic maneuvers to maneuver yourself around the scene. So let's start creating models. Yay. Let me just delete this. So you're like, yeah, what did he do? But anyway, remember the little theory I talked about drawing on a flat surface, then pulling it out? Well, pretty much you can just use these tools and do the same thing. So these are your surface tools. You have your rectangle, your circle, your arc, and your line. We'll play with the rectangle first. Like I did before, you can just draw squares, rectangles, shapes. If you move it closely enough, you can draw a square. If it were, there we go. There's a square. Uh, Pretty much there's a auto lock feature, a snapping feature for a lot of these tools where you can see you can snap to what shape at once. You can create a perfect parallel, perfect whatever. If it works, it's not okay. I'll just make a square. So yeah, you can make lots of square. And then you got your circles. Just make your circles. Circle draws from the center out, so be careful where you place them. See this? You got the snapping lock, so I can be aligned with the circle that I just previously drew. And then you have your line tool. Line tool allows you to create your own shape. So you can just select 1 point, 2, 3, 4, 5, and yeah, you can create any little random shapes that you want. The arc tool is pretty cool. You can create. So let's say you want to create an arc, right? Uh, if you don't know how to create an arc, it takes a while to actually draw out the whole shape. That and here's my random arc. And I didn't do it perfectly because it didn't create the shape, but look how awesome. It's pretty nasty. Anyway, I'll just draw my arc shape. It allows you to draw a semicircle really quickly. You just click once, select the length, select again after you select the length, then you just move your cursor up and down, just select the curvature of that arc, and bam, you got this line. One thing about the line tool is you can create infinite amount of lines, but if you don't close that shape, it does not work. So if you close a shape, you know you close it because it generates this shaded surface for you. I did not close that shape. I have this problem of clicking in space. So let's try it again. Well, I'll use my line to arc tool. So there's an end point and there's an end point. So look, I closed that shape and now it generates that shaded face, right? And yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, so after we're done creating tons of surfaces, let's just move on to the push and pull tool. Remember I said how you be pulling out shapes from a surface? Well, this is exactly what you do. You just click the push and pull tool up here. You just push, click on the surface, hover until it selects the surface. You can see it hovers over surface and pull. And you pull up, pull up, pull up. And this is a very easy way to create buildings. You can push and pull on any new surface that it created while using the tool. So I can pull up and down, I can pull left and right, I can pull how this is diagonally, I can pull that diagonally, and it generates this new surface right here for me. That is pretty cool, isn't it? And look, I can pull that way. Now I got this weird shape going on. The one thing you can't do is push and pull on curved or smooth surface. So that's a little meh. But it pretty much allows you to do anything. One thing that's also cool is that you can draw shapes on those surfaces. Pretty much you can draw shapes on any surface except for curved and smooth surface, fairly. So I took my rectangle tool. Now I'm drawing this corner up here, and I'm going to select my push and pull and pull that out. Oh, look at that. That's pretty badass. Oh, I should not say that. I'm sorry. And then I can draw a circle, make this like a Swiss cheese or something. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I should have somebody else stop me because I can go on all day like this. But yeah, there you go. So you can draw you can draw shapes over top of new surfaces and stuff like that. You can also make your own lines on a new surface. So let's say I want to cut this and that. Whoop, no right clicking. So there, I made a line. I pretty much cut the segment of this corner all the way to this corner, and now I got this shape to itself. And just pull up, select the right one. Make sure you're actually hovering over that shape, and there you go. You got that shape. One thing that's very cool is, let's say I want to create a, uh, let's say a roof, like same size as this, but just a smaller version. I could go in and draw my own roof, which it's okay. It takes a while. So I got that shape, and look, I got the same roof with same shape as that surface. Or I can just use the offset tool. Offset tool basically takes the outline of that surface and make a smaller version, whether smaller version on the inside or on the outside. I usually work inside, so you can just do that. Just move it upwards, and look, that's pretty cool. Offset works for cylinders as well on a circle shape. Yeah, there you go. You can make circle towers and stuff like that. Let's see what undo. Undo is pretty cool. I like undo. I undo a lot. So undo, even though it says Alt backspace, you can just do Control Z. Um, I think that's a very good thing to know. Control Z, and you can Control Z unlimited amount of time. So yes. So after, yeah, that's pretty much the basic things of surface shapes and push and pull. Um, One thing that the video gets late into, if you actually watch the Google's Get Started videos, is the moving tool. The move tool, where you can, it's kind of like you're not pushing, pulling, you're actually moving it. So I click on that and just moving up and down. Let's say I want to move this entire model to the side. I need to use my select tool first. Select tool is a little different. If you first click on a model, it only selects the face. It only selects the surface. If you double click on it, it selects the surface and the edge of that surface. If you triple click it, it selects the entire model. So after selecting the entire model with the triple click of the select tool, 1, 2, 3, you can use your move tool to move that aside, move over there. You can also use the snapping mechanism where it snaps to a certain axis. Let's say you want to snap to, I don't know if that's X or Y, you can snap it to the green line. So snap, so you can move it along that green axis. And you can do the same for the X and do the same for Y, blue. So let's say I just want to snap it here. And I want to put my little person on top of this model, so I can just select him, use the move, go up on the Y a little bit more, and go over on the side, on the other side, go down a little bit, and now he's now he's standing on my model. Yeah, stop it. Be careful where you click when you actually have the move tool because it's pretty sensitive. So now he's standing on top of my model. He's king of that model. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, the eraser tool. Yeah, we need to talk about the eraser tool. See, I messed up with this shape here. With this, I tried to make my thing, but it didn't work. So you got this eraser tool, right? Eraser tool actually erases the edges of the shape or model. It does not erase the surface. But if you break a surface, if you break a shape, then that surface that correlates with that shape breaks as well, disappears. So I got this square, right? If I delete that edge, that true surface that is linked to that edge, it's now gone. I can do the same thing here and there. So be careful where you use the erase tool. You might be actually erasing more than you actually want. But it's also pretty helpful of getting rid of unwanted edge. See, like I just did there. But yeah, I just erased more than I wanted to. If you erase the edge of the circle, you actually get rid of the entire cylinder. So yeah, that's just watch yourself down there. And yeah, so that's just a really quick tutorial. It took about 17-18 minutes, but the 4 videos takes about like half an hour. It's up to you. And yeah, that concludes this really quick brief tutorial of Google. No, not Google SketchUp. It used to be Google SketchUp. Now it's Trimble with the little icon here. It's Untitled SketchUp. You can also save as. It saves as SKP. Save it anywhere. Just make sure remember where to save it. And yes, that is all. Good night.